Out and about across Tameside.
And we should be able to cross live over to the Mottram Show. Oh, no, 1 second. If I press the right, there we go. There we go. And are you there, Mark? Can you hear me?
Yes, John, thank you very much indeed. You join us here on what is already a very wet, soggy Sunday morning. Dave?
It is a Sunday morning, yeah, and I like the way that you've got designer plastic bags on your feet.
Well, I thought, I don't have any Wellington boots, that's the problem. He said, it'll be muddy here,
You're
but...
prepared, Mark.
Well, yeah, kind of. We are here, of course, the Mottram Spring Show for 2015, and what a day it's going to be. I know it's raining, don't worry about that. We are promised it'll be nice later on with a bit of sunshine.
I'm very optimistic, actually. I brought sun cream.
Trust you. Lots and lots of things taking place here today. I think the whole thing kind of takes place sort of mid-morning onwards, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this show's really well established. It's been going for over 100 years, this, Mark, so, they know what they're doing.
Dog trials, there's horses here. Some of the horses are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, and I tell you what could be interesting today. Apparently there's somebody doing a tightrope walk. I think that might be a bit slippy.
A little bit. Just a little bit. A great day out for all the family. We're here for all morning anyway, so we had a little chat to some of the organisers and stall holders as well. So in the meantime, for a little wet Mottram, back to you, John, in the studio.
Thank you, Mark. And we're going to have a bit of beautiful South now, and this is A Little Time. There we go, Billy Ray Martin and Your Loving Harms here on Tameside Radio. Now I'm going to see if we can get across to Mark. Are you there, Mark? Hello.
Yes, John, thank you very much. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show. It's a little bit wet underfoot. If you are coming down here today, then make sure you do bring your Wellingtons and your waterproofs. It's going to be a little bit on the wet side, but it's a great day out for the family. As we speak at the moment, the stalls have just been set up. They've got a huge showground, haven't they, Dave, here?
They have. It's a huge showground area, yes, and I'm quite looking forward to talking to people about tractors, although the tractors are getting quite a bit of use this morning so far. They're actually pulling people in as well as out.
It should be fun later on anyway. But we've got some live entertainment. Our friends, maybe Frank, are coming down here a little later on to do a bit of performance on stage. Fantastic
band. We've had these guys in the studio. They're an acoustic duo, and what's quite interesting as well, one's about 6'5" and one's about 4'10".
A little bit like Lauren Hardy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but also we've got some stunt people here. By the looks of it looks like some stunt bikes maybe here, as well as a tightrope walk.
I remember the bikes from last year. If you remember, Mark, didn't you volunteer me to be jumped over by the motorcycle stunt team?
Correct. Yeah, it's going to happen again.
Do you think?
I reckon. So we're going to have a little walk around now as the people are setting up, and hopefully have a little chat to one or two people. In the meantime, John, back to you in the nice warm studio, no doubt.
It is nice and warm, thank you, Mark. Right, we're going to have some music from the OJs in a few moments.
Tameside Radio Music.
103.6 FM Tameside Radio. Now we've been crossing over to the Mottram Show, and I think they're there. Are you there, Mark? Mark and Habby,
yes, thanks,
there?
John. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show. We're out and about at the moment. We've actually taken the plunge, put our Wellingtons on, and a little walk around the showground. We've got an amazing display of horses at the moment. I think the horse show takes place in about half an hour to an hour or so. With me, Abby's here. Morning, you.
Morning, Mark.
How are you?
I'm absolutely freezing.
It's a little bit cold this morning, isn't it?
I had to walk, so I'm absolutely soaking.
Well, anyway, it's going to be a good fun day today. Talk about animals. These horses look amazing, don't they?
I want to brush the mane. I want to brush the tails.
You want to brush the tails?
Yeah, you can plait the tails and plait them and brush them and stuff, can't you? Put ribbons in them and everything.
Really? I don't know, maybe you can.
Matt, you love sheep.
I know, I can't find them. I think they've lost. They've seen me and run away. But anyway, it's on all day today, the 2015 Mottram Spring Show. More from us here very, very soon, John. Back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Oh, you sound like you're having a fabulous time over there. But we're going to have some music now from The Wanted, a bit of all-time love. Tell him it's Billy Davis here on your station 103.6 FM Tameside Radio. That's one you don't hear very often. Now we should be able to cross over live to Mark again. Hello, are you there, Mark?
Yes, thanks, John. You join us back here at the Mottram Spring Show here at the Old Hall Showground in Mottram. It's a little bit wet, but don't let that put you off.
Yeah, we're tough. We can cope with these conditions. And so are the British public as well. We're in a nice little hut here, aren't we?
We are. It's like a little mobile studio, which I like.
Yeah, it's very effective. All glass, you can see out, and we're joined with Vivian this morning.
You are indeed.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well. It's only slightly damp.
It is.
Not quite wet.
You're hardy. You're hardy.
So, an event like this is truly amazing. It is just before 9:30 now already, and there's loads of people here.
Oh, there are.
The rain doesn't deter people,
No.
does it?
And definitely not the ones with horses and the dogs when the dog show's on. There's loads of people come with their horse and dogs because they're used to being out in all weathers. So for them, it's quite normal.
And what's taking place? I mean, we're outside the horse ring, and there's activities going on all this morning, isn't it? And all
There
day.
are.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Currently in Ring 1, which we can see here, it's the leading rein. So that's for youngsters where the parents or the friends lead the ponies round for them. We've got the show jumping, that's going on all day. We also have, which is a lovely class, for children again, pony with the most appealing face. Pony the judge would like to take home. They obviously don't take them home, but they would like to take them home. And a bonny pony in best condition, and that gets the children into looking after the ponies and bringing them to the show. And we hope when they do the adult classes as well. And we've got Arabs here. Donkeys will be coming later. So there's a lot going on.
And I suppose if you're thinking of getting a horse or a pony, or even sort of, because you can rent them, can't you?
Yeah.
Is there anybody to give people advice?
Usually the people who are involved in the rings, the judges, there are a lot of judges about who are very experienced. There are a lot of people around the ground who have horses themselves. We do have vets about, but they're normally not here on the day. We just call them in if we ever need them. But there's lots of people about, and the best places are probably riding schools and things like that locally to go to.
Yeah, I love the show jumping, Mark. I mean, how skillful is that? Just look over there. How skillful is that?
I know, it's an amazing sight to see. It's on all day today, the Mottram Spring Show. It's at the Old Hall Showground in Mottram. Get yourself down here, Viv. It's lovely to speak to you.
Thank you very much. Lovely to speak to you.
Wealth of knowledge.
John, back to you in the studio. Speak to you later.
Thank you, Mark. It sounds very nice over there. I'm looking forward to going over myself a bit later on. But let's have a bit of Rixton next. Me and My Broken Heart. That one's quite a classic song, that one, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's see if we can cross back over again and see if Mark's there. Hello, Mark, are you there?
Yes, thank you very much indeed, John. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show on this rather interesting Sunday morning. Dave's with me, morning.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Yes, I've just tried getting a cup of tea, but by the time I got to it, it was half empty, wasn't it? It was slipping around.
We're inside a nice warm tent at the moment, a huge marquee actually, aren't we?
Yes, it's great. And we're with Kimberley, actually. We're faced with lots of cupcakes.
Interesting cupcakes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, we met a couple of years ago, didn't we, at the Glossop show?
We did indeed, yes.
How are you?
Yeah, very well indeed.
It looks brilliant, your store. How's the business going?
Yeah, really, really well. We've opened a tea room as well now, so we now own Kimberley's Bakery and a vintage tea room.
Wow.
Both in Glossop on the high street, doing really, really well.
Just around the corner from Dave then?
Yeah, just around the corner, yeah.
Perfect. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, yeah, I'll bring the recording equipment.
So how easy has it been to set a business up? How easy has it been?
It's not easy to set a business up. It takes a long time to get established, but we've been going for 7 years now. So yeah, it's good. Everyone kind of recognises you and sees your face, knows your name.
What made you branch out into the tea room as well?
Something different for Glossop. No one was doing afternoon cream teas, and we do all the baking on site. We're the only place that does the baking on site.
And they're very popular, aren't they, cream teas?
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah.
So everything that we do in both shops is made on the premises.
How do you manage to do them for a reasonable price? Because you can go to places and cream teas can be very expensive because of the produce.
Extremely expensive. Yeah, because we make everything ourselves, obviously we're missing out the middleman. So we can do it for like $7.95 per head, and you get a massive amount amount of food on that cream tea stand.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, give us some examples.
Okay, we do a lemon drizzle, a chocolate brownie, a homemade scone filled with raspberry preserve and classy cream, and then we do 4 finger sandwiches and a pot of tea. And if you don't like tea, you can have coffee. If you don't like coffee, you can have hot chocolate. If you don't want hot chocolate, you can have a milkshake.
Just remind us of that price again.
$7.95.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
And the scones, seriously, are like as big as your head. They're enormous.
Really?
Yeah. Don't do things small.
You've got some amazing cakes on display
Thank
here
you.
today, and they look lovely.
Thank you.
What inspires you to sort of try new varieties of these lovely
I
cakes?
kind of think when I'm making them, what would I want to eat? And that's what I do. so when I've been making them this week and yesterday, I was like, right, what would I fancy eating at a Mottram Show tomorrow? Crunchy ones, bouncy ones, Mars bar ones, Cookie Monster ones, lemon ones.
I'm not a detective, but I think you've got a sweet tooth there.
I think I have. This is the baby.
You literally have got a bun in the oven as well, haven't you?
I really have got one in the oven, yes. I
Oh,
have.
brilliant. Look, I mean, lovely talking to you. Good luck today with your
Thank you very
sales
much.
and good luck with the business.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you very much. John, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mark. Right, well, I like Kimberly's cakes. I've been in Kimberly's shop in Glossop before now. And just for you here on your station, 103.6 FM, Tameside Radio. Now, we should be able to join Mark again. Are you there, Mark?
Yes, thank you very much indeed. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show here. The rain stopped, which is great news. We're out and about now. A little bit windy here up on the hills.
Yeah, well, you can't have everything, Mark. The rain stops and you complain about the wind now.
I know, but we're here with this gorgeous horse. Dolly.
Dolly, yes. And Michelle, of course.
Oh, sorry, Michelle, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Wet.
Yeah, you said you were windswept before.
Very windswept. I'm glad you can't see me.
So, tell us a little bit about what category and then a little bit about the horse that you've got here.
Well, Dolly is a Welsh Section D. She's only 2 years of age, and so we brought her in the young stock class today. Unfortunately, we also brought our other young pony, which is over in the other ring, and she was screaming constantly across the fence to it. And they'll run the judge over. But apart from that, we still got play, so I'm really pleased with her. It's all experience for a 2-year-old, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you train them? I mean, is it a difficult and expensive process?
It's not. Well, it can be expensive. Depends what you do. She's had a bit of both. I bred her myself, so I've handled her from birth. She had a head collar on literally after 4 days. She was led out after a week. She was put in a trailer at 2 weeks. She's actually been to Mottram and got the championship when she was 3 months old. So it's daily, but not very often. It's only 5 minutes a day. Don't overcook them. And then apart from that, it's just daily because she lives at home. I see her all the time. I spend time with her every day. Obviously, she's still only a baby, so she's got to learn quite a lot yet. But I did send her away last year while I was on holiday, so she was away for 6 weeks, which does become quite expensive. And she will go away to be ready to be backed when the time comes professionally. Because I'm 47 and I don't bounce quite as much as I used to. So she will be sent away, and that'll be next year. She'll go for 2 months.
What are the advantages for children looking after horses and riding them?
Personally, I've been involved with children with ponies since they were all children from all age ranges, but for the last 30 years. And I think it gives them a good discipline of, caring for something, responsibility. I mean, these little kids that are here today, they're wet through, they're still turned up, they're having a go, they're freezing cold. Apart from that, what my experience, I work with teenagers also, and ponies keep them out of a lot of bother as they get older. But it is an expensive hobby. It's not for everybody, not everybody can afford it. But you can access other avenues elsewhere, really. You don't have to have your own pony. You can rent one, you can borrow one. I've got a horse at home, anybody can ride it, but they don't, because times are changing. I don't think people are always into ponies as much as they were,
That is excellent advice, isn't it? You interview really well. It's probably. Have you had media experience? You've been on TV, I believe.
I was on a programme for a renovation project. It took a year.
Thank God for that. I thought you were going to say, wife swap or something.
I'm not sure anybody would have me now. Looking like I do today.
Bless you.
Lovely talking to you, Michelle. And it's nice to meet Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
Gave myself now.
John, back to you.
Oh, Mark, you sound like you're having fun there with horses. It's terrible, what you like. Right, we've got some music coming up from Etta James in a few moments. And
the event taking place today at the Old Hall Showground in Mottram. Free parking available too. And the team are there. I've just been speaking to Mark, actually. Hopefully he's still on the line for us. Mark, over at the Mottram Spring Show, how's things going?
Yes, thanks very much indeed, Key. We're back here at the lovely, gorgeous Mottram Spring Show, and it's looking all right now, Dave.
It's great, yeah. The weather's really bucking up, and everybody's in good spirits, which makes a big difference, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Getting very busy now. We've got a lovely lady with us. Your name is?
Sheena.
Sheena, and you're from the Longdendale Community Group, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, you're nice stall here today. Tell us all about what you're doing.
Well, it's very exciting to be here. It's a lovely atmosphere, a real buzz about the place, so we're really glad. There are two things we're showing. One are our campaign issues. We're very concerned about the green belt and the preservation of our green spaces. And we're also trying to tell people about social events in our area and with our group. We've got a lovely competition coming up to do with the Magna Carta pageant on the 12th of July, so we're telling people about that.
So you're a community voice, really, for sort of green space around Longdendale.
Yes.
How's the bypass going to affect the green space?
Very much so. Now, at the moment, people are wondering where it's going to be. So we've got a map here of where we think it's going to be, the best information we've been able to get so far. So we're just trying to be messengers and give people information about where it's going to be. That's the first thing. Quite a few people are a bit anxious and asking us, where is it going to be? Is it going to affect me? Am I going to be looking out on this bypass? Will my house be demolished? All sorts of things like that. So there are a lot of concerns.
People in the area are very passionate about their green space, aren't they? Especially like the Longdendale Trail, for example. How do you maintain it, and what causes damage?
It's a very well-used resource. I don't personally know who maintains it. This is not our remit, but it's a resource we certainly want to keep and tell people about. And we're just relaunching our website. We've updated it, and we want to ask people, here is your resource, and tell us about wonderful walks, in the area, or mountain biking, or any activities, clubs, societies, organisations that you are in the area. Let us know and we'll put it on our notice board.
Have you got any future events coming up?
Yes, on the 12th of July we've got a Magna Carta pageant, which is including photography and art and baking and poetry and local history competitions, and we're hoping that people might be interested in an idea we've got about making a new sort of pie or tart. Eccles is famous for its Eccles cakes. There's the Chorley cake, the Bakewell tart. What about the Longdendale pie?
That's a great idea, isn't it?
Why has that not been thought of before?
Yes, so we're hoping that people will be passionate about this and bake something new that can make Longdendale, put us literally on the map for being having an identity.
The most important question, what flavour?
Yeah.
Well, it's up to them.
People can come and give you some ideas today, surely.
Well, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Lovely talking to you, Sheena. Thank you very much. And you're here all day if anyone wants to come down, get more information from you.
Yeah.
Lovely talking to you. Interesting that, Dave.
Yeah, very interesting. And all about the local area as well. The bypass is a big feature at the minute.
Indeed. Right, coffee time.
Yes.
You buying?
Well, I know actually somebody's going to give us a free cake.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Key, back to you.
Thanks very much, Mark. Do you know, I always miss out on the free cake. I always end up being stuck in the studio while they're out and about having all the fun. There you go then, guys. Thank you very much. We'll be catching up with them again, Mark Andrews and Dave, live at the Mottram Spring Show for us today, which is going on all day. If you fancy going along and getting involved, loads of fun for all the family available for you. mottramshow.co.uk is where you can get more details for that as well. We'll catch up with the guys, like I say, more very shortly. Hello to Ian and Elaine on the messages from Mosley. Thank you very much for your request. Apparently moving house at the minute, so a bit stressed out. Well, I hope we can help with your request, guys. Here's your song from Ace of Base. Life is a chatting to people who are out and about for today's events. There's loads going on there. We should be able to catch up with the guys now, in fact, see what they're getting up to lately. Guys, are you there?
Yes, thanks very much indeed, Key. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show, and we're with loads of dogs.
We are, loads of dogs, yeah. How agile are you, Mark? Do you think
Not very.
Do you think you can fit through that tunnel? Guess where we are then? We are with Dog Agility, and we've got Tina with us. And apparently, Tina, you're a bit of a superstar. You've been on TV, haven't you?
Yes, I have made a small appearance on TV, yeah.
And what was that for?
That was with Animal Saints and Sinners for the dog warden service at Huddersfield.
Right. So we've got dog agility on this morning, and the good thing is it's also part of a charity as well.
It is, yeah. We are Springers Agility and Flyball Club. We come out to the local events and invite people to have a go themselves. They pay £1 a go, and then we have a nominated charity each year that we donate the funds to.
Who is it this year?
We are donating to the Mountain Rescue this year, and also to the Heroes, Help the Heroes.
That's a great cause. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. We've got dogs on the in the ring at the minute. You can just turn up, can't you, with your own dog and have a go?
You can just turn up with your own dog. We are going to put on some displays at 12 o'clock just to show people what it's about and hopefully impress people, and then people can just come in with a member of the club and take their own dog around the ring.
How difficult is it to train dogs to do this?
It depends on the dog. It's a lot harder than you would first imagine. A lot of people see us doing this today, think, oh, that looks like fun, and then bring their own dogs, and they are quite surprised as to how difficult it can be. But the emphasis is very much on having fun with your dog. Get out there, have a bit of fun.
And a bit of exercise for yourself as well.
A bit of exercise, a bit of mental stimulation, all good fun.
Are different breeds better at it than others?
Yes.
I'm just doing some research here.
Yeah, you will find that the agility is very much dominated by collies. You get your Springers and your little Jack Russells are already really very good. Obviously, the more agile the dog, the better. So your heavier breeds perhaps wouldn't be as good at it. And we do find that we're getting a lot of crossbreed dogs joining in as well now. So your small agile dogs love it.
So if people turn up today and there's a collie dog in their category, they'll go home. Too stiff a competition.
That's right.
So how would you get involved in dog agility? Is there clubs you can go to, and where do you start?
The best thing to start, if you're wanting to do dog agility, is contact the Kennel Club. They have a host of registered clubs on their website. They will direct you in the right direction. They'll put give you your local club.
Brilliant, that, Tina. Great interview, and I'll let you prepare for your demonstrations very shortly.
I've found the secret to keeping the dogs happy.
Go on, what's that?
Give them a biscuit.
Is there a biscuit on every bit of apparatus?
Oh, brilliant. I think, lovely speaking anyway. Thank you very much indeed. Key, back to you in the studio.
Check it out. Station Pub in Ashton this afternoon. Right now, though, time to catch up with our team, Mark Andrews and Dave at the Mottram Spring Show. They should be there for us now. Hello, guys. How you doing? You all right?
Yes, thanks very much indeed, Keeb. We're here at the Mottram Spring Show, and it's looking nice now. It's a bit muddy as you come in, but the whole arena is filling up very nicely with lots of exhibits and people coming along and bringing their dogs and all sorts. There's also lots of stalls around the ground, isn't there, Dave?
There is. There's a lot of information around, yeah, and it's not just about agriculture and horses, is it, Mark?
It's all about the whole community and what facilities are available in the whole area around Tameside. One of them is being with this amazing organisation, Caritas Care, and we've got two lovely ladies with us. We've got did we get this right? Dish, which is short for Patricia, and
Nancy.
Lovely to meet you both. Starts off with Dish. Tell us all about your organisation.
Well, Caritas Care is a voluntary adoption agency and charity. So adoption is why we are here today, but the organisation actually does a lot of work, community projects, and working with children and people with disabilities, the elderly and hard of hearing. But today we're here to promote adoption, because there are many children still waiting for families through no fault of their own. They can't live with their birth families, and children need a sense of belonging and security, so we think adoption is the best way of providing that for them.
Is there a lot of myths around adoption? Say, for example, can you adopt if you're a same-sex couple?
Well, certainly you can, yes. And we're here to give people information on, trying to... with the misconceptions that people have, whether they're too old or anything to adopt, etc. Like you said, gay couples, are obviously welcome to contact us, in the same way as any other family can.
Is it a complicated process? So if you're at home discussing one evening that you would like to adopt or foster, is it a complicated process?
Not at all. No, it's very simple. It's in 2 stages. And we would take people through that process one step at a time. From actually beginning to knowing whether you're approved or suitable to adopt is only 6 months. Might sound like a long time to some people, but we have to get to know people really well so that we can make the right match between them and the child or children.
Just to be clear though, is there anything that would stop you adopting? Is there any restrictions?
Well, I suppose everything would be looked at in balance.
Yeah.
So, obviously if you've got any health issues or anything, that would need to be looked at, because the idea is that you're able to parent a child to independence.
And what's the support network like for adoption? Who supports you throughout the process? Because it might be very new to you.
Yeah. I mean, the support actually that the agency provides is fantastic. So, you get the support from your social worker, from the whole team, not just your actual individual social worker. We have support groups, we have a post-adoption service. We have lots of people, that are available to assist, not just when the child is placed or, for a couple of years afterwards, but literally until the child is independent.
Marvellous. Well, it's been lovely talking to you both. Thank you very much for the insight of what you do. And you're here all day, yeah?
Yes, we are, yes.
Lots of information for anybody, people who are interested in taking part.
Yeah, just come and chat to us.
Marvellous.
We're here.
Lovely. And you got some sweets as well, which is even nicer.
Even nicer, yes.
Here we go.
Children and adults alike.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely to meet you both. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's go hunting, Dave. It's a bit muddy out there.
Yeah, it is. There's a few ruts where the tractors have been, so I'm trying not to trip over those at present.
In the meantime, Key, back to you.
Cheers, Mark. Oh, what are they like, eh? They always have the fun as well. What's a midday? I think I may have spoken a little too early before. It's starting to get cloudy again. It looks like it might rain again too. We are expecting drier and brighter conditions this afternoon though, but not without the risk of a few heavy showers, I'm afraid. At least highs of about 17 Celsius. It's not too bad, eh? If you are looking for something to do today, looking for the perfect family day out, then don't miss out, of course, on the Mottram Spring Show, where Mark and Dave are right now. We can cross over to them now. We're live for a quick update. Marky, mate, over to you.
Keith, thanks very much indeed. We're here right in the middle of a mud track.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just watching my footing at present because, like I said, I've spilt a cup of tea this morning already.
With us, we have the president of this marvellous organisation. Malcolm, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, all things considered.
You look a bit flustered.
Yeah, it's weather like this, it's just a little bit difficult getting everybody on and getting everybody set up. But once everybody's on, I think, we're in for a good show.
I think the great thing about this now, it has actually stopped raining. The sun is over there, look.
Yeah, as long as it stopped raining, that's all that matters.
Yeah. People are in good spirits, aren't they, Malcolm?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of work goes into this, and, it's really disappointing for people, if it gets rain or rained off, and conditions like this first thing in the morning aren't the best. But, yeah, everybody's up for it, and, the show's ready, the stands are going up, classes have begun, and as you said before, it stopped raining.
Considering the weather that we do have, I think how many times have you cancelled this show? I mean, it shows how tough we all are.
I think, if I remember rightly, over the last 7 years, we've cancelled it because of the weather twice.
Yeah.
We have had cancellations because of various different connections and such like, but yeah, I think it's twice in the last 7 years, and probably over the last 15 years, probably about 4 or 5 times.
And that shows how hard you work. I'm very interested in the vehicle that you get around the grounds on. This is great.
We used to have to walk around, and I used to finish up at my knees by the end of the day. Yeah.
Do you get to a certain age and then classify for a vehicle?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But as the show's got bigger and bigger, and I assure you that hill gets steeper and steeper the further down you get. And it's they become invaluable to us for getting round. Yeah.
Organising an event like this takes some planning, surely.
It's constant. It takes all year. We meet all year. We finish this one, we begin planning for the next one. We've already got the main ring attractions booked for the next, and it's just perpetual. Always trying to improve. Where did we go wrong? What could we do, to improve things and make it bigger? And that's what really we're all about.
And the more people want to get involved, because more and more people hear about it every year, you're going to have to be careful you don't run out of land in a bit, Malcolm.
No, I don't think there's much chance of that at the moment, but we do keep expanding, and we do try and introduce new things because it's about interest for the public, a reason. We say it's a great day out for all the family. We like to believe it is. There's something for everybody. If you come up here, I'm sure there's something that you'd find as entertaining.
So what's here that wasn't here last year?
Well, the main ring attraction is a motorbike stunt show this year. Jez Avery, he has been before a few years ago. He's exceptionally good. Yeah, I think he, if I remember rightly, he was at the Royal Norfolk last year. New attraction is Bernie, who's a tightrope walker. He's got a ring of his own. Then we've got a constant flow of children's entertainment, puppets, magicians, and then I think 58 trade stands, I think there are, of different types. And I can't remember them all, but there are quite a number. Yeah.
We'll be borrowing this vehicle to get round in a little bit, I think.
Wonderful. Well, good luck today, and I hope the event is a success. I'm sure it will be.
Well, as long as it stays dry now, I can say to everyone, come on down, you'll have a great day.
Wonderful. Nice speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
The president of the massive association here is Tameside Radio. Back to you, Keith, in the studio.
Thanks very much, Mark and Dave, and of course Mr. President as well. It's happening right now at the Old Hall Showground in Mottram. We should be able to cross over live to Mark and Dave now for a quick update. Mark, are you there?
Yes, thanks, Keith. We're here at the Mottram Show, and the sun is finally out.
The sun is here, yes. Not before time.
I know. It's gorgeous now. It really is. It's warm sunshine as well, which is nice.
It's great.
And some blue skies as well. Lots of activities on here at the Mottram Show today. There's some the equestrian bit in the middle there. There's some lovely horses, isn't there?
Yeah, and the show jumping is really spectacular. And what is good about it as well, round the outside of the rings, there's all these different stalls and bits of information. And we actually join people from out by the Guide Dogs organisation. Hi.
Hello.
And do you want to just introduce yourself for everybody?
I'm Sue Ward and I'm a puppy walker.
Right, so what does puppy walking involve? Obviously, apart from the obvious.
Well, it involves starting off with a puppy when they're about 6-7 weeks old, and basically just teaching him or her the way of the world, and going into supermarkets, going on trains, on buses, anything that a blind or partially sighted person needs to do in the normal everyday life. We get that puppy started, so they know how to behave, basically.
It's a thing we all take for granted, though, isn't it? When we go to the shops and do our everyday things, many people can't.
Absolutely. Well, this is it. And all the shops, the stores, trains, everywhere, they're very good about letting the trainee guide dogs learn, because obviously sometimes you can go in a supermarket when you've got a puppy that might be 12 weeks, something like that. Then you might have a little accident, but they're very understanding. And at first, when these puppies are very new to the world, they can't go out and about, because of the injections and everything. So anywhere like a supermarket, the dogs go. So it's a case of it's very hygienic for them. See, there's no sort of possible, they can't pick anything.
How do you cater for everybody? For example, I'm allergic to animal pet fur. So is there ways you can cope with that?
There is. My present puppy, Chloe, she's a Labradoodle. Now,
I love that phrase.
Well,
have you just made that up?
I haven't. No, honestly. She's here with me today, so you can see. She is a cross poodle and Labrador. Dad is a white poodle, and she's got little white hairs all across the back. And her mum is a Labrador, a black Labrador. And they bred these for the reason that they don't shed hair, so anybody with allergies, then they can still have a guide dog.
So do you rely heavily on volunteers?
Yes, yeah, we do. All the puppy walkers, they're all volunteers. And it's something we just love doing it, because you meet so many people through puppy walking that you wouldn't probably talk to normally. But it's a lovely way to meet people, and it's surprising how many people are interested in what we do. And through chatting to people, then you sort of get other puppy walkers then, you see. So it's very worthwhile, and somewhere like this today, you're meeting so many people.
It's a great insight, isn't it?
It's fascinating, and it's lovely to see the dogs here as well.
I just like the way that you can cater for everybody's needs, everybody's lifestyle.
Yeah.
All right, lovely talking to you anyway. Thank you very much for your time today. Anyway, Keith, back to you in the studio.
Thanks very much, Mark. There they are then at the Mottram Spring Show, which is going on all day pretty much throughout, but Mark and Dave, well, thank you indeed for getting in touch as well here. Your Tameside then, Sunday afternoon, it's just gone 12:30. Rakib here with you till 1 o'clock, and we are, of course, patched up, linked up live with Mark and Dave, who are at the Mottram Spring Show. We can catch up with them again, see what they're up to. Mark, are you there?
Yes, Keith, thanks very much indeed. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show, and it's more like spring now, Dave.
Yeah, it's lovely, yeah. It's great, and the ground's drying out as well. There is no problem with the weather now. It's fine.
There's everybody here, whole families down here today, and people from all sectors of the community, young, old, babies, everybody's here. It's great.
There's something for everybody. That's pure and simple. That's it.
Great stuff. And before, we're at the stall here at the Guide Dogs to the Blind, and we're here with a very nice lady called Norma. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Norma.
Thank you.
And you've got a marvellous dog here. What's it called?
She's called Hetta.
Hetta.
And she's 3 years old. 5 years old, sorry. We've had her 3 years because you get them when they're 2, you see.
She's absolutely gorgeous. Not one hair out of place.
No, a good brush every day.
So you're registered blind, Norma.
I am, love, yes.
Tell me what your typical day is and how you rely on this lovely animal here.
I'm a retired lady now, so I do all the general shopping things like we do, and going to the park and taking Hetta walks. But she's given me so much freedom to do lots of different things. I'm with the Oldham Floral Arts, where we do flower arranging, and Hetta's an honorary member of our flower club at Oldham. So with great help from my husband as well, I have quite a full life, you know. I'm with Towns Women's Guild, we do things with them, and it's just so easy. I go to the gym with Hetta and I do yoga and Pilates, and Hetta just sits in the corner and watches me.
Yeah, she's got a real sociable lifestyle.
Very busy girl, yes.
So before, Hetta was stood across your feet, and you said that's for a reason. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, if somebody comes to speak to you, the dog automatically stands across you to protect you, because she doesn't know if somebody's going to do anything that they shouldn't do, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, she's turned out a brilliant guide dog. As I say, she's just worked for 3 years. But when you get them, there's a lot of hard work, because the trainers come for 3 to 5 weeks training you at home, but then it can take you another 12 months to get the guide dog to work how you want her to, you know. She'll do the basic walks like the trainers taught her to with you, but that bond's still got to be earned between you both, you know. Yeah.
And what I find interesting in this world where technology rules what we do, we're still relying on like Hetta with good training and a good grounding, and you know, not technology, just being a good guide for you.
Guide dog and good company. I mean, a guide dog isn't everybody's choice. There's canes. I went to America earlier in the year, and friends of ours looked after Hetta for me, and I used a long cane, but I came back and I was still glad to be with my Hetta.
Of course. It's been lovely talking to you today. Thanks for speaking to us.
True inspiration, because I mean, I don't go to the gym, I don't do flower arranging, I don't do Pilates. It's lovely meeting you, Norma.
Thank you very much. Hetta to Mark. Get him out a bit more.
Thank you very much.
Weekends on Tameside Radio.
Oh my goodness. Let's catch up with them one more time, then let's see how they're getting up to. I think they're around the tractors at the minute. Mark?
Yes, Keith, thanks very much indeed. Back here at the Mottram Spring Show, and it really is taking full force now with people arriving here by the minute, and it's really, you know, it's filling up the grounds.
It is, yeah. And we're actually among some heavy machinery, aren't we? We're in the tough, rugged section now, Mark.
You would say so. This is like tractors through the ages. With us, we've got Brian. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Tell us all about what you do.
Well, we run the tractor section, and we have tractors from the 50s, 40s, up to the present day. We also have old Land Rovers as well, from 1950s onwards.
People are fascinated, aren't they, by these sort of vehicles.
Yeah.
I used to drive a tractor, believe it or not, and one of the things that I couldn't get used to is, having the separate brake pedals. It had two separate brake pedals, but you could join them together with a bar. Is that still the case in modern tractors?
Yes, but you can soon get in trouble with that if you're not careful.
You can, in a spin.
Exactly.
Found out to my cost. But yeah, it was an old-fashioned David Brown, and they used to put water and coolant in the tyres to weight it down a bit. So how has it sort of progressed through the ages? I mean, is modern technology taking over tractors and farming like it is with cars?
Well, the present-day tractors have got things like satellite navigation to control where they are in the field, and GPS.
Really?
So that you can
get lost?
Maybe.
I believe there is a system now where a tractor can follow another tractor and do the same work, or you can control many tractors from one control point, can't you? And plan many fields.
Yeah, I don't think they're far off now, driverless tractors completely. That's almost there, I think. Yeah.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
I'm amazed by these early machines. These are 1940s, 50s?
Yes.
I mean, just talk us about this one here we've got. There's a little bit of rust on it, which you'd expect to.
This is a 47 in original condition. Rusty.
But it's a beast, though, isn't it?
It is a beast, yeah. They have what they call a power takeoff on the back as well, don't they? Right. Tell me a little bit about what you use your power takeoff for on these sort of machines.
That's for driving machinery. Originally it would be for driving a belt and to drive a threshing machine or something like that.
Yeah, or a baler.
Or a baler, yeah. Or a shaft for a baler, yeah. And they use them for... today, there's still the same principle today with the power takeoff.
Really?
And with a hydraulic lift for lifting the machinery up at the end of the field. So what was started by Harry Ferguson in the 50s is still used in principle to this day for connecting the machinery.
And what is interesting as well, a lot of technology comes from tractors, doesn't it? For instance, David Brown, he is the DB in Aston Martin.
Exactly, yeah.
So from one end of the spectrum to the other there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Marvellous. It's been lovely talking to you, Brian. Thank you very much for your time today. If anyone's interested in tractors, then this is the place to be today at the Mottram Spring Show here at the old showground in Mottram. You can see tractors from the 40s right to present day, and it really is a nice sight here. Keith, back to you.
Thanks very much, Mark. Well, there you go then. Tractors and everything else as well. Fun for all the family through the entire day today at the Mottram Spring Show, Old Hall Showground in Mottram. You've got free parking available. Tickets are just £6 for adults and £3 for children there. Concessions at £5. And family tickets, 2 adults, 2 children at £15 as well. Make sure you don't miss out this year for one of the biggest events in Mottram.
Your Tameside.